Okay, well, everyone got really quiet. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to move that out of the way. So thank you all for coming. Here, kind of this closer towards the end of the semester. When are y'all done? Okay, sorry. Yesterday was my last day of classes. Second, June 7th? Wow, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I had class outside last week. So I had some cornhole in my office, like, you know, the beanbag toss. Not everybody calls it that. We had a little competition. We got done with class early, so we went outside and enjoyed that. But, well, I guess I'll introduce myself. I'm Jennifer Hafer. Y'all have been getting lots of emails from me. I'm currently the center director. So I'm the director of the Center for Economic Education. And so that's kind of my role and why I'm the one up here right now. Our purpose really is to kind of get out there and help K through 12 teachers. Meet them where they're at, help you with whatever resources you need. Any activities. I work with our state organization is Economics Arkansas. Oh, just kidding. Economics Wisconsin. Sorry, I started in Arkansas, so that's how I say it. So Economics Wisconsin. How many of y'all have done something or gone to a workshop hosted by Economics Wisconsin? Maybe done the Econ Challenge. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Stock market, yep, stock market simulation. That's something that we kind of help out with. If Minnesota, they have the same organization as well. And so that's kind of, you know, the point of this is to really kind of help y'all. You know, we can come to your classroom if there's something you want us to kind of help your students with or cover if you don't really want to talk about that specific topic. And so today, we're just going to go through. The agenda is in your folder. You'll notice in your folder we have the agenda, and then every activity that we're going to talk about today, you have the printed out lesson, and then you have kind of every activity is all in there. So you have exactly what you need. If you wanted to replicate anything we did today, you have it right there. I'll send that stuff to you. I'll tell you, as we're doing the activities later today, I will give you a separate piece of paper. So I know in past workshops, they wanted to keep a nice set, so if they wanted to print something, I'm going to give you another one so you can take notes or do the activity, and you'll have a nice set to go with. All of that's in there. So we're going to start. We'll kind of go around the room and introduce ourselves. And then I'm up first, and I'm going to talk about competition and market structures. Okay, and so what we're going to be doing with that is just going to talk about, you can maybe notice this is, my students made all this stuff, but we'll really look at competition and monopoly, and then if we have time or if y'all have some interest, we'll go into kind of the other examples, monopolistic competition and oligopoly, and we'll do an activity there. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back, and Lisa's going to be doing some behavioral economics, and so really kind of talk to you about how you can incorporate in your class, and we'll do another activity that might be pretty interesting. I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. And then we'll have lunch around 11:30, and then after that we'll have a panel discussion on the minimum wage. So we have a couple of my colleagues will kind of be up here, you know, on various sides of this argument, various viewpoints on this, and I think it'll really give you a good idea of how your students might respond, or you're ready to kind of take on any argument they may have, and just really give you some more background on that. And then also we have an activity to follow that as well. And then the last bit is all about resources. So I have some books that I'll be giving away. That's why you had to put your name on that sheet of paper. We have some books here. I know if you've done a workshop with us in the past, we gave away the virtual economics. I'm going to introduce you to a couple of different websites, show you how that works. Maybe, you know, if y'all want one, we can kind of get back to you on that. So that's kind of the last bit of the day. We're pretty flexible. Lunch is at 11:30. That's the only thing that we're kind of not going to move. Everything else we can kind of see how it goes. Okay? Do y'all have any questions? Okay. So what I want to do right now is just to kind of go around the room. I know we all have name tags, maybe. And so just kind of tell me a little bit about yourself. And that's on the next slide. Maybe. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Yes, okay. Introductions, name, so tell me who you are, what school you're from, what courses you teach, and then what is your favorite economics concept to teach? Okay? And so I think that'll be kind of fun to hear as we go around the room. And maybe anything else, maybe something you're really hoping to get out of today, or anything else you want to add. You're starting? Yeah. Okay.
My name is Hamid Tavish. I'm chair of economics.
Great. That's everyone, right? Okay. I am Jennifer Hafer. I teach principles of micro primarily. I do intermediate micro, and then I also do a managerial economics course for undergraduates, and I also do it for the MBA program, for the MBA students. And so I'm very much a micro person, so you'll notice that's kind of why I'm doing some of that. My favorite concept to teach is cost curves. I know that's not most people's favorite, but they're beautiful. They're over here. Obviously, these are little projects my students make, and at the end of the semester. So these are some options. I just grabbed some in my office. But cost curves, I don't know. I think the lines, the math behind it is great, but you don't have to have the math in the beginning. They're so great. I love graphs, obviously, and I think that translates to my students make pictures of graphs a lot. And so that's probably my favorite place to kind of hang out in that. So do y'all have any questions? Okay, so I'm pretty excited about some of the stuff y'all said, okay, because I heard a lot of personal finance. And when we get to the minimum wage discussion, that activity is going to include kind of a budgeting activity, which is kind of the beginning, I guess. That's kind of how I'm going to help make y'all happy, maybe. And so we'll do a little bit of that and then really talk about it. But the role of government, when we get to that panel discussion, you're going to see that's really kind of an interesting thing, and the students are going to find it so great. And so the activity will be really helpful, an easy one for you to take back to your class for sure. Okay, and then psychology, well, that's behavioral, so that's awesome. Okay, are y'all ready to start the first section? Okay.